You're going through a very interesting period in your life right now, a very big one at that. Your external circumstances are forcing you to change and transform from within and out. For some of you guys, you went through some major transformation, major life altering events through death, through heartbreak, and through the loss of your own identity of who you are. We're going to talk about that all in today's video and why it is resonating with you and why this video found you. That's right, you're seeing it at the right time in the right place when it is the most important for you to recognize it. So, Spirit is asking you, am I willing? Am I willing enough to listen? To sit back, to understand? Am I willing enough to listen? Am I willing enough to put in the work? Willing enough to put in the effort? And Spirit has said it is possible. Yes, you can overcome this. Whether you experience a death through a spouse, maybe you went through a heartbreak, maybe something broke your heart, maybe you experienced death of some form. For you guys, you went through death and your old identity is no longer who you are anymore, and you're trying to discover that. Maybe you went through a heartbreak and now you have to find out why you lost yourself. And instead of trying to look for who you were, instead of trying to understand who you are now, so that you can be able to embrace that, so you can be able to be in that full alignment once again. Because the cards that I get here for you is that there are going to be some subgroups within this. Some are only going to resonate with death, some are only going to resonate with breakup, or some are only going to resonate with the identity, the self. Where others of you guys might be resonating with all of it. But the first thing I get here is, I have become one of your guys. So for some of you guys, this is like you lost somebody so important in your life that it has forced you to externally accept what you've been going through, to accept that like this is it, this is over. But the thing is, it's not over. They just entered a new chapter in your life, in your journey. You may not be able to interact with them directly, to be able to speak to them face to face, but it doesn't mean that they left you. They didn't leave you. They just became somebody to help guide you on the next chapter. They became the voice that's inside your head. They became the voice, the thing that's in your dreams, in your vision, that's telling you what to do, what not to do. They are guiding you every step of the way. And not many people are very fortunate enough to be able to become a guide, especially for the ones that they love. And more importantly, not everybody is equipped enough, evolved enough to be able to help you, but they are. And they're with you. They evolved to be your spirit guide. And you know, it's interesting because a lot of people are always like, oh, well, they became your angel. They're your guardian angel now. The thing is, that's not true. But in this instance, in this moment, it is true for you. That saying rings true. It's not true for everybody. It's not one size fits all. The next thing here is, I watch over you every day. And it's interesting because the card and the flower that I'm getting here for you, I don't know if there's a signifier, but I'm getting sunflowers. Sunflowers might be resonating with you. There's a lot of yellow here. It's interesting I'm wearing yellow right now, and this card also indicates the dandelion. This tells you it's all about your solar plexus, how you feel, and the action that you've taken. For some of you guys who are watching it, you feel like you can't move forward because it's an action. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're doing, it's all about action. It's all about whether or not you feel you have the drive, the willingness to be able to push forward, to keep on going. And Spirit is telling you, your guide, your person, your thing that you lost, is telling you to keep moving, keep pushing, because you will overcome this. Because they are guiding you onto the next chapter. This isn't the end of your story together. This is just the beginning of a spiritual one. And here it is, I am surrounded by loving animals. So a lot of you guys have, lost animals or pets. I'm seeing hermitcraft particularly. So I don't know if that resonates with a very small percentage, but I'm seeing hermitcraft. Maybe some of you guys really like the beach. Maybe you like going to the beach. Maybe you like interacting with animals in the sand or nature. Maybe starfish I'm also hearing as well. So you guys like the ocean. All right, you like the ocean, and this person is very much telling you that they are thinking of you, but also seeing a parrot as well. So maybe like a bird, maybe like a colorful bird, like a parrot. And they are one that become very vocal. So maybe occasionally at times you'll turn around, you'll start doing something, and all of a sudden you hear your name get called, or you start hearing, and almost like this divine echo telling you like, don't do that, or go do this. And all of a sudden you're questioning it, but you don't really try to make sense of it in the moment. You just go ahead and do it, and later on you're like, oh, that was a very weird experience. That's what I'm getting for you. And also what I'm seeing as well is Spirit is saying here a little bit more brutally, if they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to interact with you, they would. And they will. And it says here, stop looking for the closure. Start looking for the chocolate. Start looking for the sweet in your life. Start looking for the things that make life better instead of looking for this little piece and nibbits to try to heal your aspect, starting to heal your side of you that is hurt. Spirit is saying that is part of the journey. That is part of the story. You're not meant to fix yourself up immediately or automatically. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to be human for a while. Just allow yourself to enjoy whatever comes. Don't sit in sorrow. Don't sit in stillness and understanding why you're crying. Instead, allow yourself to be in this moment of sudden state of sadness, but then allow yourself to enjoy and indulge in what life is offering you now. Right? And I'm also getting as well as here, they're saying, I am so much better now. So maybe for some of you guys as well, like you lost somebody who died of cancer. Yeah, I'm getting cancer and diabetes. I don't know what the death rate is for diabetes, but I am getting diabetes, specifically type 2, not type 1, type 2, and cancer. Yeah, cancer and type 2, specifically for this audience. I'm seeing like a male, and he had like bandages around his head, and like this person was shaking his hand as he was going, telling him how much they love him, and he wants you to know that he's okay. So this is very for like one person in particular. I don't know who that's going to resonate with, but they want you to know that they are better now, and they thank you, and they love you, and they hurt you, even if they weren't able to speak. We also have here, we have been in dreams together. Very interesting. So this is telling me here that this individual, this soulmate, this person, has been coming to you very vocally. They be coming and appearing in your dream. They be coming into your mind. They be popping up into your head. There's a lot of mental stimulation here, which means that they're trying to tell you that you don't need to be sitting around waiting for a sign. The sign is in the mind. Allow yourself for a moment, and this is what I'm getting, is I'm seeing like you just need to be able to allow yourself to move along your daily life as if nothing happened. And then at nighttime, be open and be receptive to what may happen. They oftentimes come to you through your dreams, come to you through your messages, through your vision. That is your one-on-one time, because remember, like we said earlier, they didn't leave you. They become one of your guides. They're one of the reasons why you are where you are now. They came to you and they're still guiding you subconsciously in your sleep state. Think of it, rather instead of going to sleep, sad and depressed and saying, how can I overcome this? Instead, be excited that you're going to finally see them again for another night. And here we have as well, I will always point you in the right direction. So they're definitely guiding you. This is not somebody who's going to pass away into the next lifetime, into the next version of their life. They're going to wait for you until their story, your story together ends. Whether that ends prematurely before your eventual death, or it ends at the same time of when you die as well, and you guys go out together. This is not common. Most people have the misconception that people are always waiting for you on the other side when you die. But reality is that is not true. But for this audience, for this collective, it is. And we have here, my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. So that makes a lot of sense here. So there's somebody who was very traumatized, who took on the burden, who took on the pain. The reason why their death was painful, why their death was not painful was because you absorbed the pain for them. You carried that burden in your stomach. You carried it in your stomach. This color here on this shirt represents the solar plexus. That is right underneath your diagram. So for some of you guys as well, you might have some issues in terms of your kidneys, maybe your intestinal regions, maybe your pancreas or liver. Those are some, I'm even hearing gallbladder as well. So, but anyway, it's telling me here you carry a lot of your weight around your stomach. And you carry that burden. Spirit is telling you this is the time to heal it, to focus. Maybe you need to do some toxic cleansing. Maybe take some juices. Maybe take some fruit, and try to start cleansing it. Start even start eating like yellow colored food. Maybe like pineapple. Start eating yellow. It helps build up and reopen up your solar plexus to allow yourself to be able to have your dignity again, to keep moving, to keep pushing through. Because you also have here trying not to lose it. You're not losing it. You feel like there's a sense that you'd already lost everything, but the reality is you didn't lose everything. The foundation, and when we talk about foundation, more literally speaking, we're talking about the foundation as your identity. You didn't lose yourself. You are now in this period of time where you are starting to find yourself. You're starting to understand yourself more deeply than what you initially thought was even possible. So this card here is trying not to lose it. It's not saying that, you lost everything or that you're trying to lose your crap. Instead, it is telling you that you are about to begin the journey of where you start to recognize yourself for who you are and to love what they saw in you. For the first time ever, you're about to look at yourself and say, you know what? I saw what they saw too. For the longest time, you had this imposter syndrome, unable to see yourself for what it is, to see yourself for what other people perceive you. Instead, you had this idea, this misconception, because you saw it on TV, you saw it on media, you saw it on the news, whatever. And you expected that. You put all that perfectionist idealism on you, allowing yourself and blocking yourself from even receiving even minor recognition for all the success that you received in this lifetime. You are now starting to understand that even the smallest little fraction of your life, the most smallest little significant movement, is still movement nonetheless. We also have here as well is we have replaying the breakup. You're replaying on a loop what happened, the story that ignited. Replaying it. What could I have done differently? What could I have done? What could I have said differently? What could I have did differently? It's that constant loop, this repetitive nature. It's a psychological manipulation preventing you from understanding and to fully heal because you're always thinking about, well, I imagine myself saying this instead, or doing this, or wanting that, or eating this. You're trying to fix something that's already happened. It's over. It's done. You can't do anything about it. And now you can change the reaction. You can change the result of that. But if you get stuck in this loop, you're not able to change that. Think of it this way. You get in a fight with somebody, right? And you're thinking about that conversation. Oh, I would have beat them up. I would have said this instead. You build up yourself in scenarios in which never actually happened. Because your mind, you still haven't recovered from how the initial reaction occurred, how the initial altercation happened. Doesn't matter how it happened in terms of the replaying of nature, but you are replaying something that's so big in your life, it's just on constant loop, and it's not allowing you to focus. You need to get focused. You need to start recognizing that it's over. You can't change it. We have here as well, the full moon is not an excuse for bad decision. This is the howl. I feel like for some of you guys as well, you're very emotional. You feel more emotionally pulled every 28 days when you are feeling like yourself, like you feel like you allow yourself to really feel the negative energy of the emotion. Like you really get very emotional like every single month at a specific day about your life. But the thing is, Spirit again is telling you to go back to what it's telling you early in the video. It's that to stop looking for the closure and start looking for the chocolate. Shift your mind, shift your narrative away from trying to understand what's wrong in your life, and instead allow yourself to embrace what is good in your life, what is working now, and how we can allow yourself to say, hey, what? I'm really proud that we have this in our life right now. Yes, it's not where we want to be, it's not where we want to go, but at least it's something that is worth celebrating. You need to start figuring out things in your life right now that is worth celebrating and saying, you know what? Despite everything that's going on, I'm so proud of myself. Stop being hard on yourself. Stop trying to be a perfectionist and allow yourself to recognize that even the smallest little significant movement is still movement. Think of it this way, a compounding effect, right? So you take about 1% of creativity or work and effort to try to improve your life from what it was the day prior. If you continue that approach for about 365 days, that is about 365% improvement from the last year prior. Just because it seems small on its terms of scale, that doesn't mean it's not movement. It is still movement. If you stay consistent enough, it will compound into something very beneficial. We have here as well as your comfort zone is a trap. You're sitting here wondering, well, why is life not moving? Why is life not changing? Because Spirit wants you to get up. Your partner, your spirit guide wants you to start moving, to start becoming active. Go outside, take that initiative, get creative, start taking action. Whatever pops in your head, I'm seeing watercolor. Even for some of you guys as well, I'm seeing like clay, maybe like clay art. Maybe you like to do pottery. Whatever it is, Spirit is telling you, whatever comes to your mind, pursue that. What are you doing here? Why are you sitting here? Not allowing yourself to embrace all of you, not allowing yourself to really connect with nature. When I went through a very hard time when about a couple of years ago, I couldn't deal with it. It was just so everything was so overwhelming. I was getting so overly saturated, overly stimulated. I had to take on some things that helped me realign and become more grounded. I had to improve and more focus on nature. I start out therapy. I start out trying to make good in the world and trying to make a difference. And I was helping people with cancer and trying to help with donations and stuff like that. Do something that allows yourself to be grounded, to be focused, to understand things more deeply, to allow you to breathe. Just because things get overstimulated doesn't mean you have to constantly put yourself in that situation, but allow yourself to never just sit around doing nothing. Because it doesn't help you. It just slows down your progress of healing. Get out there, get moving, start doing something worthwhile. Whether that's an action, whether that's allowing yourself to pursue a new hobby, a new creative endeavor. I love connecting with Mother Nature. I love connecting with my plants, and because of that, it actually allows me to heal in a way that therapy never could. The connection between self and nature. Now, I'm also getting as well as you have here comparison to the thief with bad vibes. Why not me? Some of you guys are like comparing yourself on your journey, whether or not you are on the right path, whether or not your success is dignified and is determined by other people's success and pathways. But the truth is, of the reality is that the faster somebody rises to success, the quicker they fall from that. You want to be somebody who leads slow and steady success and movement. Because over time, it will compound. It will become more stable. Imagine yourself going from one period, from 0 viewerships, all the way to 100 million viewers constantly. But you don't have the infrastructure, you don't have the foundation, you don't have the ability to maintain 100 million viewerships. So what happens inevitably? You lose all of it because you didn't have the container to actually hold it. So for you, what is this telling you more specifically? It's telling you to stop comparing yourself to other people's success and instead allow yourself to embrace and to accept that success, even no matter how slow it is, no matter how brutal it is, just because you see other people getting married, you see other people, going and, moving and having their own first home and stuff like that, it's not a signifier on how you are failing. It's a signifier on how they are successful in their own life. But it doesn't in any way tell you how successful you are. You are on your own path. We are on our own journey. You need to be able to follow your light. You need to be able to embrace yourself and to allow yourself to say, hey, listen, I'm really happy for that person. I'm also happy for my journey as well. Because when you do that, when you look at yourself and you see somebody's success, and even unintentionally, and you say, oh, well, I wish I could have that too, you unequivocally, accidentally send them the evil eye. And evil eye is like the intent of jealousy or negative emotion. You may not do it intentionally, but you do still do it. But the thing is, the comparison with the thief is stop comparing yourself to other people's success and journey and healing process. We're all in it together, going on a long own path. Stop comparing. Start accepting the now. Start accepting where you are heading and to keep pushing forward. To stay consistent. You see on this YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel, they're slow growing. But that's okay, I'm still consistent. Because the moral of the story is that when you stay consistent, you truly believe in yourself, you believe in what you can do, you can overcome that. But eventually, people will see that in time. And the next card as well is, don't channel messages when you're hangry. Very interesting. It means like for some of you guys, you are manifesting. You're trying to create better things, better outcomes, trying to see things from a different perspective, trying to call new things in. Spirit is simply saying to be very cautious about what you think and how you feel emotionally. To make sure that you are grounded in all your chakras, making sure you are in alignment with the goodness, with good intentions only. So when you manifest, when you think, whenever you put out to the world, you get back. So the Spirit is simply saying to be very careful, be very cautious about what you think, what you say, what you speak, what you listen to, what you watch. It will all come back to you. And so again, don't channel messages when you are hangry. Channel and only listen and watch things when you are in a good state of mind, when you are clear, when you are open and receptive to what's happening around the world around you. Because the next card that we have here is blaming the moon again. For the longest time, you're finding yourself sitting here blaming the external circumstances, not accepting the reality of what's happening. It means is that you look for external validation for when success happened, right? You say, oh, well, good thing that happened to me, and the world around me is helping me, I'm lucky. And then when bad things happen, instead of understanding innately why it happened to you, you just write it off and say, well, I'm unlucky. I'm not going to push forward. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I do that too as well. I look at myself and go, even this month specifically, July, I was like, I'm really unlucky this month. And I just don't go deeper, but I need to dive deeper. I need to understand, do the work, and be like, okay, why am I unlucky? What am I doing in my life that's making me feel unlucky, making me feel this way? The moon, blaming the moon is just simply telling us to just look at the sky and say, you know what, for a minute, let's not look external. Let's not look at astrology. Let's not look at and see what the planets are doing. Let's look more deeply. Let's look at ourselves and understand, okay, why am I unlucky? What am I attracting? What am I thinking? What am I putting out in the universe? And what am I bringing towards me? But the card here is we have the next card is the red color means your root chakra. It symbolized, I thought it was a vibe, red flags, fantasy, false hope. We put out into the universe this idea, this delusional state of mind, and saying like, well, this person loves me, this person wants me, I want this, I want that, I'm going to achieve this, and you're not very realistic sometimes. Like, for example, you're like, okay, well, I'm going to have a six-pack in like 30 days. That's not realistic because you cannot have a six-pack in 30 days unless you were unequivocally skinny. I'm about roughly around 210. Okay, that's going to take me about 3-4 years just to get to that level. Other people are different. Look at the reality and say, okay, what can I do to be able to set myself a steady goal to be able to see even small progress as success? So, for example, what I do is I take a whole list of things. Okay, so this is what I need. I need to get out 18 videos, right? Across all couple channels and different social media accounts and stuff like that. I divide it and I constantly track myself and I say, okay, good job. We're doing it. We're aligned. There are some months where I'm behind schedule and I have to catch up. There are other months where I'm ahead. The thing is that you don't have to punish yourself and say, well, I'm a failure. You just have to move the goal date and say, okay, well, I understand that I'm not able to reach the date and not be able to reach my goal, but it doesn't mean I stop. It means I move the date from July 20th to August 20th. Give myself an additional 30 days. Allow yourself to move the goalpost. Stop expecting things to happen just like that. Allow yourself to be able to be in that mode of trying to push forward, to keep moving forward. We also have here as well is, am I letting my fears stop me? Are you letting your fears stop you? Is that how you're feeling? Are you feeling like, you're scared about what's going to happen, whether or not this idea, this delusional state, this mind of like, can I achieve it? The thing is, yes, you can. Because even no matter how delusional you are, you can manifest that. You can bring that towards you. You can bring that forward to you, into your life, into this world that you want. But you have to be able to allow yourself to be realistic. But when you're realistic and allow yourself to understand that not everything can happen instantly with full gratification, and you allow yourself to move the goalpost until you achieve the inevitable, it will be inevitable. It will come. It will arrive. It may not arrive on your timing, but it will arrive nonetheless. It's not saying to do away with your delusional mindset. It's not telling you to do away with the idea, the world that you want, the lifestyle that you are craving, the lifestyle that you're trying to call in. It's not saying to be realistic. It's saying to allow yourself to be realistic with the timeline, but allow yourself to still be in the mind of your delusion. And that's why you are fearful, because you're wondering whether or not it's all going to work out. The thing is, it will work out. And here you have is, am I clear on what my soul really wants? Because like we said earlier, what she put out into the world, what she put out into the universe, whether that is your mind, whether that is what you think, you say, you hear, you speak, whatever it is, you're writing, doesn't matter. You have to ask yourself for a moment, is this what I want? Because eventually you will call that in. And you have to ask yourself, is this in alignment with what I want? Because not only are you manifesting good things, you're also manifesting simultaneously the bad things in your life. So you want to be very careful with where your mind is heading, what you are attracting, and what you are calling in. In reverse, we have here, what am I most afraid of losing? I want you to pause this video for a moment. I want you to think about this and ask yourself, what am I most afraid of losing? Is it the sense of privacy? Is it the sense of being too public, being seen? Is it the fact that you might feel like you might be misunderstood? What is it? What is it? Comment that in the description. I would love to know. And let me know in about a couple years from now, after this video reappears on your page, whether or not your fears have been, just fear. Something that wasn't true. Something that you fed yourself. An idea. Because keep pushing. Keep moving. Stop allowing your own mind to stop holding you back. Stop allowing it to hold you back. Let your delusion progress you forward. We have here your soul left the meaning. Disconnection, existential dread. This is telling you to pull away from social media, pull away from this societal norm, pull away from your ideas or concepts, pull away from the delusional base of reality for a moment to allow yourself to just dream. To dream bigger than what you can ever think of. And to allow yourself to say, listen, I want you to put down not only what I'm afraid of losing, I also want you to also make another comment. Is what am I attracting? What am I pulling in? What am I calling into my life? Because your soul left the meeting not because it's not engaged. It left the meeting because it realized that it doesn't need to follow the other pathways that other people did, to follow the same journey, the same levels of success. You are unique. You have your own path. You have your own way forward. You don't need somebody else to tell you how to get there. You have the blueprint already written inside of you. Honor it, follow it, listen to your intuition. You already know where you're going, where you need to be. That's why you left the meeting. Because you don't need somebody else to tell you. You need to listen to you. You only have the answer. We have here is your ego doing the parkour again. Don't be egotistical. Stop looking for external validation. Stop looking for drama. Stop looking for people to verify whether or not you are right. And for some of you guys, this has to do with your voice and your feeling, your sensation of is what I say important enough? Is what I'm saying, is what I'm speaking, is it resonating with people? Is it helping people? Are people understanding me? Spirit is simply saying, stop looking. Stop caring about what other people think. Just put it out there. Stop worrying about the metrics. Stop worrying about the analytics. And just let us do its thing. Let time show you. Let time show you how well your voice resonates. Not how good the numbers are telling you in the moment is performing. Let time do its job. And the last and final card I want to tell you is no thoughts, just vibes. Disassociation, emptiness, and floating. Spirit is telling you to stop floating in the air. Stop trying to pause yourself, wondering whether or not you are achieving it, whether or not, you're in the clouds, right? Spirit is simply saying to be grounded, to understand, and start writing what you want your world to be like. For example, we've been so focused on all this negativity, all these things, and having a sense of idea what you want. But we never actually sat down for a moment to write down what we want to manifest in this lifetime, what we want to see our world like, what we want to see our world become. For example, take down and write and be as descriptive as you possibly can. Okay, you want a house. Okay, what kind of house? Be a little bit more descriptive. What does the porch look like? What does the door look like? How many garages do you have? Do you have an in-ground pool? Do you have a semi-in-ground pool? Do you have an above-ground pool? Do you have a hot tub? Do you have a safari? Well, the safari would be a whole bunch of animals, but you get the point. The point is be as descriptive. Because again, if you are very descriptive, you can start thinking of it. It becomes part of the image. And when it becomes a part of the image, you can start calling it in. Remember, this collective that's watching this video, it's all about manifestation. What you put out into the universe, you will bring. And if you are only writing down positive things on your piece of paper, a whiteboard, vision board, doesn't matter what it is, you will manifest it. So only put down positive things. And maybe also comment as well as that whenever I say anything negative, I don't mean it. I don't attract harm. And when I say things is because I need to recognize I need to be doing internal healing rather than hurting people externally around me simply because I am broken on the inside. Listen, I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to only tell you this once. You are powerful. You are brave. And you can get through anything, whether it's through death, whether it's through breakup, whether it's through your identity of yourself. This video proves one thing. It proves you one thing only. Stop looking for others to tell you and to define you. Let you take this moment, your power back, to define your next stage of your chapter. And to not sit here wallowing, wondering what happened to your life. Instead, allow yourself to understand that, okay, you know what? I deserve better. I'm manifesting better. Because I deserve it. And the people around me deserve a good version of me too. Do better for yourself. 1% every day is a 365% improvement every year. That's monumental. No matter how small it is. Stop comparing yourself. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace out. Love you.